We're going to start with questions in the room first. So who would like to go first? Jillian?
Hey, how are you?
Pretty good. How are you doing? How are you feeling after this week?
Good, thank you. I think that we had a good week of training, and the players are excited to be home, play in front of our own crowd, and play good opponents. So looking forward to it.
You typically watch film from the previous matchup, but this is probably going to be pretty different from last time, right?
Yeah, there'll be things that are different, but then there's certain trends that I think that are going to stay for both teams. I mean, both teams have been building up for the end of the season, and there are always going to be little tweaks or little changes here and there. But for the most part, we expect to see similar lineups, similar trends, and yeah, we're watching obviously film from the last game, that we played, not just against them, but against our opponents, and also watching them play against our opponents.
With Bia getting healthier and healthier as the weeks go by, you've talked many times about her impact on a match. Are you looking forward to using her a little bit longer this week?
Yeah, of course. It seems like a luxury now when we have a chance to use Bia a little bit longer, even though she's our player. It's unfortunate that we didn't have it for as much as we wanted to, but we see that when she's on the field, she makes a difference for us. She makes our team play better. She makes the players around her excel and get better and play better. So we're excited for the fact that we can have it for longer minutes.
And then just on kind of the opposite back line, including Alma, the defensive unit, they're going to have their hands full this weekend with Rodman and Sar. Just what's been the focus as far as, mentally preparing for that attack?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this 3 games. We include Orlando, Washington, and Gotham. We're but we are playing the 3 best teams in the league, 1, 2, and 3 on the standings. So it's an amazing opportunity. As hard as these games are, and obviously we want to do anything possible to win these games. These games are in some ways the best preparation for the playoff. This is I know we're still not in the playoff. We still need a few points to get there, but if we get in the playoff, this is the opponents that we're going to be facing, what type of opponents. The game that we saw against Orlando, that was a good indicator of what the playoff games are going to look like, and I expect nothing different against Washington. I think it's going to be another chess match. I think it's going to be a very methodical game, and we know in playoff games is 1 or 2 moments that define the game, whether it's the individual brilliance or a good team moment, or on the other side, it could be a bad moment or a mistake and set plays on top of that.
All right. Thad, you have a question?
Sure. Most teams in this league have at least 1, 2, 3 good attackers. When you face those different teams and those different types of attackers, how much do you focus on those attackers versus just how you manage the game from your side?
Yeah, obviously, we always say like we focus on us, and we're gonna do things right on our side, but you can't neglect the opposition. You have to look at the opposition. What do they do? What are they good at? How they're trying to break you down? And so we see how much it's going to be a matchup, and what are the things that we feel like, oh, we don't have to change. They're going to change because of us, but there are things that we're going to change because of that too. So it goes both ways, and that's the thing. I mean, that's the beauty of coaching. Like you have to assess, evaluate, analyze, and figure out how much you can stay true to yourself and go with it, and what are the things that you're going to tweak or change a little bit to get the result that you want.
Just say in an average game, how much do you tweak during the game, like make different moves to counter what they do?
Depends on how the flow of the game goes, and how successful we are within the game of the and we always start with the game plan and see are we executing the game plan. If we're not executing the game plan, then we see what is it that didn't work. If we're executing the game plan, then we'll see if it works. If it works, we obviously continue doing it. If not, then we go and look into why it doesn't work. Is it an individual player implementation, the line implementation, or a team implementation? And then from there, it's a whole tree and steps that we go through to decide what needs to change and how we're gonna change it.
And I know we've talked about the defensive line and how well it's played over the last few games, but like Haley was doing some specific things in last game. Ellie Wheeler is doing some specific things in last game to kind of neutralize attackers. How much is having that versatility with some of those defenders to do some different things play into those?
It's brilliant. I mean, we are asked to do things that probably both players they need to do things that they probably are not used to or didn't do in the previous games. But that was a moment where we felt like we had to change things in order to counter Orlando's quality. And obviously it worked well for us, and we're happy that it did, because it just gave us it showed us that we can do things like that and compete with the best teams in the league. Obviously, we went to Orlando and had a performance that not just neutralized the best attack or one of the best attacks in the league. We also created chances on the other side to score at least one goal.
All right, thanks, Thad. We're gonna go to the Zoom, and we have a question from Daniel Sperry. Daniel?
Hey, Coach. I'm curious, wanted to kind of stick on Haley for a second there. When you had her with the national team, I think she's kind of picking up that the right back, the fullback spot in the back four, and it looked like she at times maybe had a hard time with that, because at club level she was playing in that wing back and had so much freedom to fly up and down the lines. But it seems like her role here has been very different, a little bit more withdrawn. She's not flying up as much. But in the defensive matchups on Friday against Orlando, she was locked down against Adriana. So just what have you seen from her growth in kind of adjusting to what's required of the fullback in that situation, and over the year, and the level that she's taken her game to?
Yeah, first I want to say that Haley has with Adriana. I can't remember. Maybe one time Adriana got a cross on that side, and every other time Haley stopped her, whether stopped the cross, got the ball from her, or didn't even allow her to advance, which is not easy. I think Adriana has played probably some of the best soccer in her career this season, and it's a big part of the Orlando success. So, but for Haley, I'm happy to see that part of her, and it's basically maturity, just understanding and managing her role, knowing when to get in the attack and when not to get in the attack, when to get involved and how much. We saw her play amazing defensive game, but then probably one of the best opportunities in the game was created by her, or she had the best opportunity in the game. She had a nice volley on the back post. So altogether, very happy with her, and I think she's becoming not that she's becoming, she's a very good player for us.
And then I wanted to kind of go back to Bia a little bit. When she came on, I think it was not only just like the opportunities that opened up for others in the way that you guys could get the ball to Temwa, but it was like the timing of the ball movement to everybody's runs just seemed so in sync. It did, what level, what dimension does she add to your offense in the ability that you guys can do so many different things and have a whole lot of different looks?
I mean, honestly, we don't want to look back, but you look at those 25, 30 minutes that Bia played, and then you realize how much we missed her in the previous games. I mean, it's a different game. It is completely different game when she's on the field. It's a different game for us as a team, but it's a different game for Deb. She finds Deb in the right spot. It's different game for Temwa. She finds Temwa. It's different game for Cooper or for Vanessa. It literally is a different game. On the other side, it's so much different for the defenders too. It seems like she's always an option. It doesn't matter who has the ball. It doesn't matter where it is. She's an option, and it just makes things easier for us. And like I said, I don't want to talk about how much we missed her. I'm just happy that we have her now.
All right, thanks, Daniel. Open it up again to questions. Anybody?
Really quickly on Lola Bonta, reaching the mark of 150 matches. Seems like maybe more sometimes because it's low, but just her evolution. And I know you've shared the story about the draft situation and just kind of her persistence, but even just in the KC current hit, she continues to grow.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know how this thing will look without Law. To be quite honest, it's so good to have her on the team and just to have her as a leader on the team as well because she she leads the team and it's almost like without trying it just comes very natural to her how she leads the team. She knows exactly when to be hard and get on the team and knows when to get with the players with individual players, knows when to be funny and joke with them, and it's the same thing with the staff. And on the other thing is she she takes things very well too. Like just because she's at the stage of her career that she's at doesn't mean that she's not getting better. In fact, she's growing too. And if she has a I don't know bad game or bad touch, bad shot, doesn't accept it. It just doesn't like it. Wants to be better, and it's awesome. Like I have such a great relationship with her that I'm very happy with. Very happy that I can have conversations and coach Lo the way that I do, and she can be a good representative of the team.
Will she be a good coach someday if that's what she wants to do?
I I want to say I don't know if she can be a good coach, but I just can't see her coaching. I don't think I don't think she has the patience to be the right coach. But uh, I know that she can be very successful in anything that she puts her mind in. She she's not messing around.
We do have another question back on the Zoom. Steph Young, Athletic.
Thanks. Sorry for jumping in late. Coach, you mentioned, watching tape last time you faced this team, tough result. But at that time, you said, you thought every single goal was preventable and you wanted to look at tweaking all the small things to manage that. How do you feel the team's response has been, in the few games since and the months since in terms of making those changes, making, tightening up the small things?
I mean I think we've done a good job. Obviously, we played against the best team in the league, and we held them to a few shots from outside of the box. I think there was only one shot in 98 minutes inside of the box, and the other two were headed off of set play. So altogether, I think that's a good indicator that we're moving in the right direction. But now against Washington, I know there are going to be different challenges. I know that they're super. I mean, super creative and aggressive when it comes to attack. And as hard as it is this game for us, we're actually really excited. We've talked about this as a team. If we want to prepare for the playoffs, this is the best opportunity. We're going to be definitely battle tested. We played Orlando. We have Washington. We have Gotham next. It's awesome. We're gonna try different things like we did against Orlando. We did something that we haven't done before. We went whole game without high press. At time we couldn't believe that we did that, but that's what we felt like we needed to do to win the game. And obviously we're now going into Washington. We're gonna try maybe a couple of different things against them, and then we'll move on to the next one.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Steph. Any other questions for Coach? All right, well, that's it for him then. We'll be back with Bia.
Thank you.
So we will start off with questions in the room. Dad?
Just how good is it to be back in playing now and getting over your injury?
Bom estar de volta e terminar com sua lesão.
Estou muito feliz de estar de volta, estava sentindo muita saudade de estar em campo.
I'm very glad to be back. I was missing the field a lot.
E agora, foco total nessa reta final. A gente sabe da importância, né, de cada jogo
Now it's 100% focus and we know the importance of each game.
e vamos encarar cada jogo a partir. Todos os jogos, na verdade, o Vlaco sempre fala muito de pensar em cada jogo.
We're gonna face every game, like Vlatko says, each game is game.
E amanhã a gente tem mais uma final pela frente.
And tomorrow we have another final in front of us.
Are you hurrying to get back on the field, or is it more manage it to make sure that you're ready for the playoffs?
Tá com pressa de voltar ou você tá querendo meio que comparar tudo para chegar nos playoffs?
Eu acho que a equipe toda tem feito um bom trabalho pensando na minha recuperação.
The whole team is doing a great work helping me in my recovery.
Então a gente não quer apressar nada, a gente tem feito passo a passo, cada jogo um pouco mais de minutos.
So we don't want to hurry anything, it's step by step, every game a little bit more minutes.
O plano é não retroceder, não me machucar de novo, e sim seguir até a reta final.
So the plan is not to go back and get injured again. So and then go to all the way to towards the end.
Dylan, do you have a question?
How's your transition to Kansas City been? Leaving your family and coming to Kansas City, how has it been for you?
Como tem sido a transição de estar em Kansas City, deixar sua família e estar aqui em Kansas City?
No momento eu trouxe eles para cá, né?
At the moment I brought them with me.
Eu sou muito próxima à minha família, então acho que ter eles nesse momento aqui tem sido muito importante.
I'm very close to my family, so having them by me has been very important to me.
Um momento difícil, porque eu poderia ter vivido um momento muito especial de estar nas Olimpíadas.
It was a hard moment. I could have lived a very special moment being in the Olympics, so it was hard for me.
E aí acabei me machucando, então agora estou vivendo o processo de retornar ao campo, de estar bem 100%.
So I got injured, so I just started recovering, returning the steps of feeling good and being by myself on the field.
E eles são muito importantes para esse momento, então acho que nada como voltar e ter eles assistindo.
They're very important for me at this moment, so there's nothing like having them with me here watching me play.
E amanhã eles vão estar lá presentes. Espero que seja um grande dia.
And tomorrow they'll be there, so I hope it's going to be a great day.
And when you are coming to Kansas City, you played around the world. You've seen incredible performances, facilities, talent. What about Kansas City drew you to want to continue playing here?
Você já jogou no mundo todo, já viu estrutura, já viu coisas maravilhosas no mundo inteiro. O que tá te fazendo continuar aqui em Kansas City?
Bom, eu acho que primeiro é o mundo pensando no futebol feminino, né?
First of all, it's the world thinking about women's soccer.
E principalmente falando do meu time, né, do Kansas City, acho que a estrutura que o todo tem, o cuidado, a organização, isso é muito importante. Eu acho que é um respeito muito grande com o futebol feminino.
Especially in talking about Casey Current, is how they take care of all of us. We are so important to them, for the city, and that's what makes me say.
E eu acho que também o dia do jogo aqui, ele é incrível pela atmosfera que é criada, o evento em si que tem em torno.
And especially game day, it's the atmosphere that's created, the whole thing around the game. It's incredible to see.
Eu acho que também a evolução que o time teve do ano passado para esse mostra também o quanto as pessoas também têm se aproximado cada vez mais do time. Então,
And the evolution of the team from last year to this year, how the whole population getting closer and closer to the team.
então é aproveitar esse momento, ter a torcida com a gente e amanhã um dia muito
So
especial.
enjoy this moment, have the fans with us, and tomorrow's a special day.
Have you ventured out to any of the Brazilian culture in Kansas City? Have you
Você já
experienced
tem,
any of it?
você já tem conhecido ou tem estado com a cultura brasileira aqui em Kansas City?
Já vi algumas coisas, tem algumas pessoas também que eu tenho conhecido aqui brasileiros e locais também que tem comidas brasileiras. Então isso faz a gente ficar mais próximo, se sentir mais perto do Brasil.
So I've met people, I've been to restaurants and other environments that makes me think or feel closer to Brazil.
When you were thinking about NWSL, what's your evaluation of the quality of NWSL soccer?
Quando você pensou na liga dos Estados Unidos, qual que foi a sua avaliação da qualidade da liga?
Olha, como eu falei, eu acho que o profissionalismo da liga, eu acho que o quão difícil é todos os jogos, a competitividade. Como eu falei, a gente encara cada jogo como uma final mesmo, porque ele realmente é muito difícil, né?
The quality of the players, the competitiveness of each team, like each team will have to face as a final game because it's so much quality, so competitive.
E a gente vê jogadoras de todo mundo querendo vir jogar na liga, né?
So we see ladies from all over the world wanting to play in this league.
Did you chat with any of your fellow Brazilian international teammates before coming over to Vinha, maybe even Marta, Adriana? Did you chat with any of
Você
them?
falou com elas antes de vir para cá? Com algumas meninas, como a Debinha, como a Marta, antes de vir para cá, Estados Unidos?
Com certeza. Antes de vir para cá, um tempo atrás também já tinha conversado com a Marta bastante sobre a liga. Depois veio a Adriana, a Debinha que estava aqui também passou um feedback grande, especialmente do time.
Absolutely. I talked to Marta for a while, talked to Debinha, and qual que é o nome da outra?
Adriana.
And Adriana, just talk about how the league works and how everything happens here.
And just one more, I'm sorry.
Mais uma.
I get asked a lot, but you've actually played with Timwa before. Now that you see her here, have you seen growth in her? And how much do you think your playing style allows her to be great and then
Você-
allows her to do what she does?
Você tem visto ela melhorando e quanto você acha que o estilo dela e a melhora dela tem te ajudado?
Olha, eu acho que ela evoluiu e a liga fez com que ela evoluísse muito
I
mais.
think she has grown a lot, evolved a lot, and I think that the league made her become a better player.
Ela já é uma excelente jogadora, isso é inquestionável.
She's already an excellent player, it's no question.
Mas eu acho que a forma como ela tem, às vezes, até modificado o seu jogo, ela é muito agressiva, mas às vezes ela tem pisado mais na bola, escolhido uma melhor opção. Eu acho que isso ela mudou bastante durante a liga, porque eu já havia jogado.
So that in this league, she's very aggressive, and now I can see her stepping on the ball, taking her time. That she just became a overall better player.
And Coach Vladko has mentioned that you make her better
E o coach Vladko mencionou que você faz ela uma melhor jogadora.
and that you have been a part of that growth.
Você é parte desse crescimento dela.
Do you see that in your hold-up play, being able to find her in specific places on the field?
Você vê isso dessa maneira, do jeito que você para a bola e tenta encontrar ela.
Olha, eu acho que a gente teve uma conexão desde da China muito natural, assim, não era uma coisa forçada nem nada.
I think since China we've had this connection, and then coming here, it was nothing like forced. It was just a natural connection.
E no começo da temporada, eu e ela, a gente também teve essa mesma conexão.
In the beginning of the season here, we found out we had the same connection.
E agora que eu tô retornando, né, aos poucos em cada jogo, parece que não ficamos tempo sem jogar junto.
And now that I'm slowly returning, it feels like I haven't played for so long because the connection is the same.
E aí é apenas num olhar, assim, às vezes a gente já sabe onde uma outra tá.
Just like sometimes by one look, we know where each other is.
E a conexão acontece realmente muito natural. Eu fico feliz de ver cada vez mais ela evoluindo e que juntos a gente possa ajudar da melhor forma o time.
And the connection happens very naturally, and I'm so happy to see her evolving, getting better, and me too, and I'm just happy to help.
Thank you.
All right. Any other questions for Bia? Go ahead.
I'll kind of reverse that question. We talked about how you helped Timwa
Voltar
be
pouquinho
better.
com você,
How much-
ajuda a time a ser melhor.
How much does she help you be comfortable and know that you have those outlets with her there?
O quanto ela te ajuda a saber que você tem essas escapatórias, como ela te ajuda.
Olha, eu acho que é a gente realmente se conectando. Às vezes é um passe que ela dá, a gente sabe que ela é muito veloz, então saber que ela vai fazer as corridas e
I think the
saber.
connection, because she's very fast, so knowing that she is very aggressive and fast, and know when to run and when to not run.
Eu acho que dá esse apoio para ela, porque muitas vezes ela mesma resolve a jogada, mas às vezes se aproximar dela enxergar que tem alguém próximo para poder ajudar também.
So just by me getting closer to her, because she does like to decide every play, and I'm just getting closer to her, letting her know that we have other opportunities. It helps a lot.
All right. Well, I think that's it for us today. We are going to be on the field tomorrow night against the Washington